overgrown branches into a tasty treat.
Then, see how UNO students are finding connection one stitch at a time.
Later, how AU Women's Pro Volleyball brings the game to life.
All this and more on the Omaha News.
Good afternoon, I'm Jade Thornton.
And I'm Peyton Yoakum. A unique partnership between Omaha's Henry Doorly Zoo and the Nature Conservancy is turning unwanted trees into meals for the zoo animals while helping protect Iowa's tallgrass prairie. Isaac Nielsen explores how conservation is feeding both animals and the environment.
At the Nature Conservancy's Folsom Point Preserve south of Council Bluffs, the zoo's browse team removes invasive trees and shrubs that crowd out native grasslands, then brings those same branches back to Omaha as food.
It's really mutually beneficial. They don't want that kind of woody encroachment. They want to maintain just kind of the prairie, and we utilize the browse here at the zoo and the safari park for food for our animals.
It's a win-win. Removing unwanted plants keeps prairies open and reduces fire risk while giving animals a taste of the wild.
Animals like elephants, giraffes, macaws, and even gorillas, like Samson here, are now being provided with enrichment as well as important access to variety in their diets.
Browse isn't just food, it's entertainment. Animals spend hours picking, chewing, and playing with it.
It keeps them busy much longer than, say, lettuce or hay that we would provide that takes them just a few seconds to eat an entire head of lettuce, whereas a whole pile of browse will keep them interested for hours throughout the day.
The zoo's 5-person browse team delivered over 200,000 pounds of branches last year alone.
We deliver to, I think, 12 to 15 different drop-off points throughout the zoo. So we're basically the Uber Eats for tree branches.
For the Nature Conservancy, the program restores biodiversity. Less than 5% of tallgrass prairie remains in North America, and each cleared tree and shrub makes space for native plants and pollinators to return.
The prairies that we do have are incredibly important to be managed responsibly, to be restored, and programs like this really help us get there.
This partnership proves conservation can nourish life on both sides of the Missouri River.
If you're trimming trees this fall, the zoo can put those branches to good use. You can donate them to the zoo's browse program through the form at omahazoo.com/browse, giving your branches a second life as animal feed.
The federal government shutdown continues, now entering its third week, and its effects are being felt across Nebraska. While most federal services remain stalled, operations at Epley Airfield in Omaha are running smoothly, at least for now. But with fall break travel picking up, passengers are feeling uneasy about the possibility of flight delays and cancellations. The shutdown continues to impact federal workers and public services across Nebraska. From delayed benefits to uncertainty at Offutt Air Force Base, lawmakers say negotiations in Washington are ongoing. But for now, Nebraskans are being told to brace for continued disruptions.
Speaking of Offutt Air Force Base, troops there are getting extra help while Republicans and Democrats appear no closer to an agreement to reopen the government. The Airman's Attic is providing free food, household goods, and diapers, and has increased how much each family can take, with paychecks delayed for some service members. Local groups are stepping up. The Sarpy Chamber is collecting diapers and baby supplies through November 3rd to support military families in need. While local groups are stepping up to support military families, city leaders are taking steps to protect everyone on the roads. The city of Omaha wants to eliminate traffic deaths and serious injuries by 2045. Reporter Katie Gomez explains what Vision Zero means for drivers, cyclists, and pedestrians across the metro.
Omaha is in its second year of its Vision Zero action plan, a citywide effort to eliminate deadly and serious crashes on local streets. The plan, first developed in Sweden in the 1990s, has been adopted in more than 40 U.S. cities and focused on creating safer, more forgiving roads for everyone.
The effort was always to try to eliminate all crashes and try to build a transportation system that's forgiving, so when mistakes do happen, they don't result in life-altering consequences.
Omaha's Vision Zero team is focusing on small but significant changes, like reconfiguring lanes, adjusting speed limits, and redesigning intersections. Subcheck says the city is targeting the roads where most crashes happen.
50% of all the KSIs happen on about 8% of our roads. So we know where all of this is happening, so we can focus our priorities and our limited resources on there to get the most impact.
Right now, city planners and engineers are physically changing how Omaha's roads are designed,
making it harder for drivers to speed and easier for pedestrians to get around safely. The plan also relies on data and collaboration between city departments and private partners.
In the United States, there's around 40 to 45,000 deaths a year on our roads. Amplify that by 10 or 20 times to say how many serious life-altering injuries happen on our roads. It's a massive problem, massive.
The city says changing behavior will take time, but the long-term goal is clear: safer streets for everyone.
And this is what that goal looks like in action. Behind me is one of Omaha's new pedestrian crosswalks here at Liberty Elementary. City officials say these small changes added up across Omaha could save lives. I'm Katie Gomez, back to you guys.
Thanks, Katie. It is good to know that the city is taking extra steps to keep everyone safe.
After the break, how a new skate park is giving Omaha skaters room to ride.
Then, see how one chief is leaving a legacy for himself as well as his father.
Create, perform, communicate. College of Communication, Fine Arts, and Media.
The University of Nebraska at Omaha's bookstore is home to more than books. The UNO bookstore accommodates all students' needs with phone and laptop repairs at the iFix UNO station or free residence hall delivery. The bookstore, located in the Millvale Student Center, is full of Maverick merchandise. Find sweatshirts for chilly Nebraska days or cozy UNO mugs for every coffee fix. Shop anytime at unobookstore.com.
3,000 student athletes from 9 institutions, competing in 19 sports for national prominence, striving for excellence in academics and athletics, seeking to become champions. Nearly 100,000 students and more than 800,000 alumni celebrate Summit League student athletes and their rise to reach the summit. The Summit League, where tomorrow's leaders strive to reach the summit today.
Omaha fans got a unique opportunity to cheer on some of the world's top volleyball players this weekend, and it's inspiring the next generation of athletes. Reporter Maya French has the story on how the Athletes Unlimited Pro Championship brought its big-time volleyball energy to the Metro.
For the first time ever, Athletes Unlimited Pro Volleyball has brought its championship to Omaha, giving fans a chance to see some of the world's top players compete right here at Liberty First Credit Union Arena. Athletes Unlimited puts a twist on traditional volleyball. Players draft new teams each week and earn points individually, making every serve and spike count towards the season title. For Omaha Supernovas players Brooke Nunaviller, competing in front of Nebraska fans is more than just another match.
I think any time that I get to play in front of my home crowd, I consider Omaha my home now. I think I've established a really great community here. And anytime I get to come back here, if it's not with the Supernovas, I think it's a really special place.
Omaha's love for volleyball is no secret, and with some of these pros having Husker or Supernova ties, the crowd's connection to the game is personal.
That's the reason I play, really. Obviously, this is my career, you make money, right? But it's really to be that role model for the young players.
Many young players say that seeing these pros up close reminds them of why they fell in love with the game.
I always thought it was really cool to watch professional volleyball and college volleyball growing up, so I think this is really just a fun experience for me being here now.
This championship has brought a new level of excitement and connection to Omaha's volleyball scene. For the Omaha News, I'm Maya French.
From youth volleyball programs to professional leagues, Omaha's connection to the game keeps expanding, and this weekend's turnout showed just how strong that passion really is. The tournament will continue next week in Madison, Wisconsin.
It's not just about chili, it's about community. Midtown Crossing's annual chili crawl brought hundreds of people together last weekend to wind down and connect over the shared love of the local flavor. I take you into the heart of it. Turner Park at Midtown Crossing is filled with the smell of chili as 6 local restaurants serve $4 sampler bowls of their signature dishes. The rules are simple. Grab your map, visit as many spots as you can, taste, vote, and enjoy drink pairings to cool the blaze. One of the local businesses helping make this year's chili crawl possible is Block Fitness. General Manager Maggie Thomas talks about why supporting community events like this matters to them.
It's a really great energy. So I think these events are great to kind of build connection, bring people to these spaces, bring people to these businesses, and get people engaged and give them a reason to connect and meet different people and try different things.
From restaurant owners to first-time tasters, it's events like this that make Midtown Crossing more than just a shopping district. It's a gathering place for friends, neighbors, and food lovers all across Omaha. Among the crowd enjoying the chili and conversation, Josh Gibson, who recently moved to Omaha, says the event captures what Midtown is all about.
The spirit is thriving. Obviously, there's more than, we're a little group here, but everyone's been passing up and down, the sidewalk and stuff.
As the pots empty and the votes come in, what's left behind isn't just the taste of chili. It's the sense of community that fills Turner Park long after the last bowl is served. It's been a week since the last bowl was served, but organizers say the chili crawl is still warming hearts and sparking a few new recipes across Midtown.
A Council Bluffs man is carrying on his father's dream, one jar of seasoning at a time. Owner Tom Beaver says his special mix of spices, Persnickety Pig, began as a family project, but it became something much more personal. Reporter Bailey Cook has more.
What started as a hobby between a father and son is now a family business with a story behind every bottle. Tom's sister, Megan Easter, says the bond between her father and brother made the business even more meaningful.
They're like best friends, so this was kind of like versus like a son and a father, this was like 2 best friends getting together and like making this happen.
Tom and his dad, Dean Charles Beaver, spent weekends experimenting with new flavors and perfecting the recipes together.
He would always tell me what wasn't working and what was. He would never just blow smoke up my butt.
After his father's death, Tom says continuing the business wasn't easy. Every step came with the weight of grief, but that's when he found what pushed him to keep their dream alive.
And there was my birthday card from last year in there, and it said, "From your Persnickety Pops." And I'm like, you son of a... You win, so.
From their kitchen to local Hy-Vees, Persnickety Pig has become more than a brand. It's become a tribute to family.
Now sold in local stores, every bottle carries the Beaver family's touch, crafted by hand the way Tom and his dad first imagined it.
I believe that food is probably going to be the last real thing that we get to enjoy in our lives. So I want to make food as palatable as possible.
As Persnickety Pig grows, Tom says there's one thing he wishes most, that his dad could see how far their dream has come.
He pushed for this hard, and I really wish, I could have showed it to him.
For the Omaha News, I'm Bailey Cook.
Tom says Persnickety Pig will always be more than just seasoning. It's a way to keep his father's dream alive and share a piece of that story with every jar. After the break, how shorter days bring mental health challenges for students.
Then, see what data collection could really mean from the small print.
There seems to be like this gathering right here of really great minds and really great ideas.
I think it's a great moment, to teach a UNL student.
Being here, I get like a jump start on my journalism career.
I found a lot of people that are interested in like the same things as me.
Sort of a lifetime changing career for me and the best way it could happen.
The 13th Floor magazine is a student-run campus literary journal that features poetry, creative nonfiction, fiction, microfiction, screenplay, and visual art from UNO students, alumni, faculty, and staff. It is produced by the students in the Writers' Workshop Literary Magazine course. New issues of the magazine are published every spring with a public launch party to celebrate its release.
Welcome to the Maverick Minute, an inside look into life at the University of Nebraska at Omaha. From student success stories and Maverick athletics to campus events and community highlights, we're celebrating what makes UNO the place to be. Good afternoon, I'm Isaac Nielsen. As fall settles in, shorter days and longer nights can do more than change the weather. They can affect how we feel. At the University of Nebraska at Omaha, counselors say the season can trigger real mental health challenges for students. Reporter Mary Mitzloff has more.
According to the American Psychiatric Association, about 5% of U.S. adults experience seasonal affective disorder, a type of depression that comes and goes with the seasons. And for college students, that number is even higher. Studies show nearly 1 in 3 notice their mood and motivation drop during the fall and winter months.
October is often cited to people as the busiest month of the year for most college students, just because the workload is crazy. You're working on a bajillion projects in every single class. And I feel like that kind of takes away from any opportunities you may have to de-stress, get away from it.
UNO's Counseling and Psychological Services says this time of year often brings an uptick in students seeking support.
What we'll see most often is, just kind of decreased motivation. People might procrastinate more. People might report that they need to sleep more, so then it's harder to, fit in all their daily tasks and get the sleep that they need.
Even a few minutes of sunlight can help. Experts say just 10 to 15 minutes outdoors can boost your mood and energy levels. UNO's Counseling and Psychological Services offers one-on-one counseling and workshops to help students cope with the darker months.
The Recreation and Wellness Center here on campus and see what kind of resources they have for students to get outdoors and stay in the sun as much as they can throughout the year.
At UNO, students are finding that sometimes the small steps, like getting outside, can make the biggest difference. For the Omaha News, I'm Mary Mitzloff.
Here in the Midwest, seasonal affective disorder is very common, with 52% of people reporting that their mood drops during the winter months. Daylight savings time ends on Sunday, November 2nd, giving us an extra hour of sleep, but taking away even more daylight. Every week, students at UNO gather for an event that combines creativity, community, and a little bit of kindness. It's called Stitchcraft, and it's stitching together more than just yarn. It's connecting people.
Inside of Chris Library, needles click and yarn unravels as students come together to create, relax, and unwind. The weekly Stitchcraft gathering is a midweek pause from classes where creativity and connection take center stage. Patron Services Associate and Stitchcraft Coordinator Marina Zendejas says Stitchcraft is a great way to be involved, especially in wanting to meet new people.
If you work with effectively string, needles, and sticks, we are for you.
Ella Lucy, a molecular and biomedical biology major at UNO, expresses what Stitchcraft means to her.
It's like a deadline for times where I need to turn off, I think having a designated time where this is the time where I'm focusing on something I enjoy doing.
And now, Stitchcraft is taking its mission even further.
What started as a casual stitch and sew gathering turned into something much bigger, thanks to a UNO faculty member.
The donation came following a personal loss and was made to help Stitchcraft continue growing its community. With the new support, the group plans to teach beginners, supply materials, and create handmade winter gear for students who need it the most, just in time for the cold months ahead.
This donation came with 2 stipulations. It needs to be given to the student body of UNO for the accomplishment of fiber art. And number 2, whatever supplies are donated to these students, a finished project must be donated back into the student body.
Each creation is a small act of kindness passed from one Maverick to another. From scarves and mittens to friendships and support systems, Stitchcraft is weaving something lasting into campus life, one stitch at a time. For the Omaha News, I'm Paxton DeVault.
Stitchcraft meets every Wednesday from 3 to 5 in the Chris Library Theater. Everyone's invited to join in, and no experience is needed. Omaha volleyball battled hard, but came up just short against South Dakota over the weekend. Despite the loss, Omaha showed strong defense and energy throughout the game, keeping the Coyotes on their toes. The Mavericks will look to bounce back in their next Summit League matchup. UNO is celebrating the fall season with its Maverick Fall Frenzy Take-Home Pumpkin Decorating event on October 17th from noon to 4 p.m. at Milo Bale. Students can stop by to pick up a pumpkin, complete with decorating supplies, to create their own fall-themed designs at home. That's all for this week's Maverick Minute. We will see you back here next week with more stories. Until then, keep making every minute a Maverick Minute. Go Mavs!
A Maverick. You stand ready to change the world. You are an innovator with bold ideas and a vision for the future. You are determined to turn your dreams into reality. You are a leader, committed to making a difference. With Omaha as your campus, you're at the center of it all. Here at UNO, you dare to dream, to innovate, to lead, to shape a brighter future. You are a Maverick.
Coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Faded grass to a full.
Dozens of reporters turned in their Pentagon badges yesterday, refusing new restrictions from the Trump administration when covering the military. The rules, issued by Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, could ban journalists for reporting information not pre-approved for release. The White House calls it common sense, but news outlets say it's a threat to press freedom. It's still unclear what the practical impact will be, but for reporters covering the military say they'll continue their work even from outside the Pentagon walls.
Last week, we introduced to you Telly, the company offering a free TV that could be watching you back. In the second part of his report, Omaha News reporter Henry Talaco takes Telly's privacy policy to cybersecurity experts to find out what data collection could really mean.
I dove into their legal documents, and what's inside confirms what I experienced firsthand. A data collection operation that starts long before the TV even arrives.
Well, I would be really worried about all of that introductory information that you have to give them before they even give you the machine.
So during this survey, they wanted to know my voter registration, if I have a financial planner, over the next 12 months, if I plan on getting married, becoming a parent, buying a home, a variety of other things. That's a lot. Once the TV is in your home, the policy gets even more interesting. It explicitly mentions collecting data from a motion sensor to infer the size of the audience in your room.
Their disclaimer says we have the right to collect sensor data. That's a weird one. That's where I immediately lock in and start to get kind of,
The sensors are much more than just the one they choose to highlight. Starting with the 1 hour group was most worried about.
I think it's the camera that's really off-putting.
We'll put an electric shutter on it that theoretically should always remain controlled and keep the sensor from being able to sense when it doesn't need to sense. What's the other part of a call? An audio feed, right? So now there's a microphone in my house. I can't put a shutter on a microphone, can I?
I feel like it kind of scared me, like always watching me. I don't know.
Do you think the TV has connectivity? And if I have a radio, then what else can I sense? If there's Bluetooth radios moving around and Wi-Fi enabled radios moving around, cell phones, laptops, tablets, you theoretically kind of now have a bug in your living room. You probably paid somebody to hang it on the wall for you.
Telly is betting that a free TV is worth giving up your most personal information. After diving into their business model, it's clear that their deal isn't just about ads. It's about you. For the Omaha News, I'm Henry Talaco.
Thank you, Henry. And there's even more to the story. We've seen the privacy trade-offs, but can this company survive long-term? For a deeper dive into Telly's business strategy and an expert opinion on its chances of success, check out Henry's full written investigation on our website, unomahanews.com.
An old set of tennis courts in North Omaha has been transformed into a sleek modern skate park, and it's bringing skaters together from all across the metro. Earlier this year, the Lynch Park Skate Park got a major upgrade funded by a $10,000 grant from the Skate Park Project and guided by feedback from Omaha skaters. The city worked with the Nebraska Skate Parks Council to turn 2 old tennis courts into a modern concrete skate space, complete with new quarter pipes, platforms, and ledges designed with input from the local scene. Here's how local skater Giovanni described skating at Lynch Park before and after the upgrades.
I felt good because, right here where we're standing, there wasn't like a pathway. It was just like dirt and stuff. And then, they added like new obstacles and stuff. So, that's also good.
Now the park is a place where people from all over can skate, hang out, and be part of something that feels local and earned. For skater Joe Hamilton, this park is more than pavement. It's a reflection of years of passion and hard work.
It's fun. I mean, I drove from Fremont. It's a nice, fun neighborhood, nice, perfect park. You can tell the skaters really put a lot into it, a lot of love, a lot of care, and I know they've been working on it for years and years. So it's fun to enjoy something that I know was such a big project for a group of dedicated guys.
Lynch Skate Park is proof that community can be built anywhere. This community came together to create a space where everyone feels welcome, where skaters can connect, express themselves, and support one another. The Nebraska Skate Parks Council has helped develop over 20 skate park projects across the state, turning underused lots into active community spaces. That's all for today. We're taking a break next week, so no newscast as campus heads into fall break.
But don't worry, we'll be back with more news and entertainment from the Heartland. In the meantime, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at UNO the Omaha News, or visit unomahanews.com for the latest stories.
From all of us here at UNO Television, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.